It is once again time for the next episode. We're up to episode 3 of Let's Be Charmed. And as you can see on the screen, oh, guess what? I need to move this a little bit. Let's see if I can get it right where I need to be. Oh, there we go. Let's see how that looks. So I have a new computer software, and I'm just trying to make sure everything looks good. So we're probably gonna have to do some adjustments along the way, so just bear with me. We're gonna get there. All right, I am going to put us down towards the tabletop, and let me get these turned on. There we go. All right, so on our tabletop, if you got your email last week, you should know exactly what you had to get cut, and I did not bring up my email. So hopefully I got it right. We need 3. Now I chose to do 3 different squares of colors. So basically this is just for a little pop of color. So we got our 3 colors. We have 3 of the 2.5. We have 3 of the 4.5. And then we have 3 of the 6.5. 6.5 by 8.5. Okay, so that's what we need today. And if you have not quite figured it out, and you guys are so smart, I know you got this. We are actually doing 3 of these today. Now the first set was 7. We did 7 blocks. And the second set was 7 blocks. This one, we only need 3. And so we're going to get through this probably pretty darn quickly. Everybody ready? All right. So let's set this off to the side for right now. And let's bring these over. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get some of this fraying off to the side. And we're going to put these 3 together. Just like that. Just like, suddenly I got a song rolling through my head. Just like that. I'm just going to pin it and clip it like that real quick. Got that one. Got that one. Makes me wonder if I trim these just a little bit weak. And then we got this one. Okay. So that's the first thing we're going to do. All right, let's come on over to the sewing machine. As you see, I have my little leader ready. Gonna slide that underneath there. Go ahead and pull my clip off. And remember, we're doing 1/4 inch. Just check and make sure everything's lining up. I did my clip, but I still feel like it's not quite lined up right. Alrighty. And we're gonna throw that in there. And use our ender. Yep, and I've got to try and get back in the habit of using my enders again. Okay. We're gonna leave that piece right there. We're gonna toss these into there. And we're gonna come over here. Isn't that cute? My granddaughter drew that at school, and it allowed me to go into the website and buy what I needed. A mouse pad. So I've actually had it for several one of the episodes. And I love it. I think it's so adorable. And she made it. What else can I say? Okay. Gonna take that off there. And that off there. And then we're gonna iron it. So let's grab one of those many wool mats that I have. Like I said, Lord knows I got plenty of them. And bring that over here. Iron right there. And I'm going to iron it to the dark side. So I lay my light side down and give this just a quick press. And as you can see, it kind of helps to straighten that out a little bit. And I'm going to flip this over this direction and just give it a quick press. And then move it out, and let's do the next one. And again, we're going to lay it light side down. Quick press. And iron it this way. Light side down. And the only reason we're going through all three of these is because there's only 3 of them. If there was a whole bunch, we'd only do one. And quick press. Because we're going to be through this before you know it. All right, let's get this out of the way. Then we're going to grab our 4.5 and our 3 clips. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to pin it to the other side of the fabric. So you got your regular, your mini charms right here, and we're just going to make sure we pin it to the other side of the mini charm. So make sure you're pinning it or clipping it to the right end so you know exactly which side you're doing. So mini charm, that's where you want to put your clip. So let's go ahead and clip all 3 of those. Now, if you wanted to, you could do all 3 of the same color. That would look good. Gonna put that there. And I'm gonna put that one there. And all 3 are pinned to my mini charm fabric. Okay, let's come back over the sewing machine. Back to the needle. Easy breezy. Slide those in there. So I was watching Miss Kate from the UK, and she actually has a huge select collection of these leaders and enders. So when she did her calendar for this next year, for 2026, her calendar, one of the pages was all of the different leaders and enders that she had in her little box that she saves up. And I thought that was really cute. In fact, I think it would be neat if she was to put that into a collection for a quilt. In fact, I think she even mentioned that, doing something like that. All right, let me get my quilting gizmo. And we're just going to do this right here. And we're going to do the same thing we did with the earlier ones. Hit the button. And we're going to flip this over right here. I was sitting with my husband because I had the Facebook set up so early that I was sitting with my husband watching I think they call them a spaghetti western. And I was so surprised because it's been a little while, and it was Clint Eastwood. I adore Clint Eastwood. I wasn't particularly crazy about the Any Which Way You Can movies, Any Which Way But Loose, but his westerns, love his westerns. Okay, I like the orangutan. I did like the orangutan. In fact, I often wind up telling my kids in the car, or if we're driving or walking somewhere, I'm like, left turn, Clyde. or right turn, or whichever turn it is. They don't get it, but I do. And I think it's funny. All right, now that we have those done, we're going to do the other side. So we're going to grab this one. Now here's where you get to make a decision. You can either put it this way, or you can put it this way. You can do them all the same way, or you can kind of mix them up. Doesn't matter to me, because it's just going to be a lot of fun putting this together. Okay, there's that one. And then we're going to take this one and we're going to put it up higher. Oh, I love that fabric. So cute. As Donna says, she's got dibs on this quilt when it's done. I know. Yeah. She's over there being real quiet and listening until she heard about the quilt. And she's like, yep, yep, that's mine. Okay. So let's come over here to the needle. And we're almost, believe it or not, we are almost done with this particular set of blocks. Thank you to everyone who shared their block images with me. I posted as many as I got, or at least I think I got everybody. So remember, when you're done with your blocks, send me a copy. If you share them to the embroidery site, the SRQ embroidery class site, I can save it from there and post it to this one. Or you can message me, direct message me with them. Or some of you have my email, you can email me your pictures because I love posting them. And I just keep adding them to the post. And your colors are so cute. I love them. I love them all. Okay. I am so enjoying this so much, so much better since we've moved it from my other laptop to this newer laptop. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. There's that, and that, and that. All right, so we are done with that one. And I think for this, even though this is the white fabric, because there are no seams on this side, I'm going to iron it to this side, and I'm pretty sure I did that with the samples as well. So we're going to just give it one little quick iron there. Flip it up. Just make sure we're not getting any folds in there. No, it looks good. Looks good. Get that one. See, now here would be a good place to use your wood iron, which I don't know where I put mine. It was right here. Oh, I've got so much stuff in here. It's no wonder I can't find anything. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I knew I had it. Take your wood iron and just run it down that seam. It's just like using your fingernail. Only I don't like the feel of running my fingernail over that seam. It feels weird. And then we can iron it down. When Donna does the quilt auction Wednesday night, does she accept Visa or only PayPal? No, PayPal's fine. So basically what's going to happen is we'll just send you an invoice through my PayPal. And what we're going to do is we're going to, we'll send the invoice and you can pay it right through PayPal. PayPal will take all the information. If it's going to be a local pickup or if it's going to be mailed out, it'll ask that. If I have to mail it, of course, there'll be an extra little fee for that. But if it's Miss Jerry or someone here locally, we can set it up for a time to pick up. But yes, they accept Visa. Visa, they have like a whole list of ones they accept. And of course, PayPal as well. Okay, we got that. Let's get that off my nice white background. All right, y'all. Let's see. Now, just a quick second here. Oh, I'm thirsty already. Okay, so guess what? We're done. That's it. And here you have, this is block 3 or episode 3. And I have 3 different colors I've used. Again, you can use 3 different colors. You can use all the same color. I'm a righty, so this is a little funny feeling. And this is what this block looks like. And that is all complete for the day. Now, as you see behind me, I have the blocks on the wall, but that does not mean this is the order they're going in, because of course they're not going to look like this. Of course. We got to change it up and make it a little bit different. Can't make it look like that. But I did want to display them all. Also, if you are thinking about joining for the embroidery class that is coming up next Saturday, Boo here is one of 2 projects that you can choose from. You can only choose one because I'll have a kit set up for each one of the different projects. But there's Boo, and then there'll be a fall with pumpkins. So if Halloween is not something you are particularly fond of, or you've got enough Halloween decorations, not to worry, I got you set for fall. So we're going to do fall pumpkins and oranges and yellows and probably a little bit of reds. So you can pick. You'll be able to pick. But remember, sign up is by Wednesday. If you did not get the email about that and you would like to join, just direct message me or make a comment or something, and make sure you show some kind of notification. I had to close my PayPal account. Oh, ooh, yeah, that happens. Unfortunately, Miss Jerry, that happens way too often. But you can. There's other ways for us to get with that. You get with me, and we'll talk about that. I have no problem with that, Miss Jerry. Yeah, let me know. Okay, so if you see something, you just let me know. Fall for me. Okay, Miss Claudine says fall. You got it, Miss Claudine. So I think I actually have two falls and 2 boos. Excellent so far. And so we still have a little bit of space left. So if you have not reserved your spot, remember to get that done. Reserve your spot, and so we can get your kit. And I do need to know which kit you want so I can make sure I have the fabrics ready for you. Remember, the only thing you have to bring with you is if you don't rent a machine, and I still only have, actually I think I have 2 right now. I have 2 machines available for rent. And if you bring in your own machine, that's great. But I provide everything else except your bobbins. You will need to bring empty bobbins for this next one because we're going to load up some of the thread from your colors that you're choosing onto empty bobbins. So make sure you bring a couple of, well, you're going to need about three empty bobbins, okay? And I think I put that in the email that I sent out. And just give me a notification if you want to join the class. It's really cute. I love it. You can't see here how bright and vibrant those colors are. And the fall one is just so stinking adorable. And they'll be great. Don't worry, Miss Claudia, Miss Jerry. You guys, I know I can get a hold of you. you're within driving distance. I can hunt you down if I have to. And that's only if you find something, within the quilts that you see that are available. And some of them you guys have already done, like some of my embroidery stuff will be included in their finished embroidery projects. And some of those you guys have already done, so you won't even want those. All right, any questions before we call it a day? Thank you so much. I've enjoyed our afternoon together. Where are we at? We're 20 minutes. Yay! I kept it down to 20 minutes today. Yeah, I don't see us being able to keep it down 20 minutes on the next one. Sorry, it's a little watery today. Now, does anybody have any prayer requests? I know that we have experienced more loss. We're definitely going to keep our nation in our prayers. That God can heal the land, and I feel like we're at a point where we really need healing. We absolutely need healing. And yet at the same time, I see so many people doing such great things. Pay it forward. I see, the people helping people, communities helping, the communities. I see where some people say, oh, that's my child, I'll raise my child. And then I remember, it took a village. When I lived in a small town, it was a village, and everybody knew everybody, and everybody helped everybody out. And it was one of the greatest experiences I ever had, and had the privilege of experiencing. And it was hard at first. It was culture shock. I will tell you, coming from where I live now, which is where I lived then, and then moving to a small town, it was a bit of a culture shock. Life was a little harder, and yet, the people were so kind and so accepting. And I realized what it meant to have a village be a part of your life and be part of a village. Anyways, all right, enough rambling. Let's go ahead and head on into prayer time. Father, once again, we have had another wonderful week. No matter what the headlines say, no matter what seems to be going on, it's a beautiful week. It's a wonderful week, Father. We get to be with friends. We get to be with family. We can pick up a phone and say hello. We can go next door and greet a friend. Father, I just thank you for all the people you have put in our lives, people to help guide us and people for us to help guide. Father, I thank you for each interaction that we have that brings us closer to you. Father, I ask to help us find a way to heal the nation, to heal the world, and bring about peace and love, acceptance and understanding. And I just give you all the honor and all the glory. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead of you. I hope you have a wonderful time being with family tonight, having a wonderful dinner. I'm not sure what we're going to do for dinner, but we'll figure it out. It's kind of been the story of the week so far. I am grateful for everything you have done for me, for each of you who have shown up with the YouTube, with Facebook, with your love and acceptance. And I am just so grateful for that. And I wish you many blessings. I love you.